इजलास के बाद न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस से
Round table business conference is
potential business that has been done. Malaysia is not happy because they had a much higher export to Pakistan, and that has gone down. It's now down to 1 billion. Pakistan is not happy because we've got it up to only 130 million. So both sides have a lot to talk about, and this is what we've agreed on, that we will meet, and in a friendly, brotherly manner, we will both sides talk. What can we do to make this relationship go far, far deeper? You're coming into telecom, now automobiles, halal food. So all these are areas, particularly in the area of halal food, we have a lot to learn from you. And we hope that through you, here is a very, very thriving business. There are 1.3 billion Muslims in the world. This is now moving to $1 trillion economy, and we all have to be able to develop it and exploit it to our mutual advantage. So thank you very much for all of you. We're absolutely proud and happy that you're here. And now I'll leave it to the BOI chairman. He'll go into far, far more details. So to all of you, welcome to Pakistan, and please treat this as your home. Thank you.
पाकिस्तान के मलेशिया के साथ बरादराना ताल्लुकात हैं और मलेशिया के वज़ीर आज़म और उनके हमराह आने वाले वफ़द को पाकिस्तान आमद पर खुश आमदीद कहता हूँ। ये आपका दूसरा घर है। पाकिस्तान और मलेशिया के दरमियान बाहमी ताल्लुकात मज़ीद फ़रोग़ पाएंगे और सरमायाकारी के हवाले से मज़ीद दोनों मुल्कों के दरमियान हजम बढ़ेगा।
And it's so wonderful that not too long ago we were in Malaysia making a pitch that we need to get together and start working together. When I was sitting here, advisor asked me, I need to know how many Malaysians are here. May I request the guests if you could rise so that we can give you a show of hands. The Malaysians. Please take a seat. So I'm sure now Mr. Abdul Razak Daud knows that how many of guests have decided to come. And once again, I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you. I wish we had more time to take you out and show the wonderful parts of Pakistan. But coming back to today, this morning when we had delegation level talks with the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia and Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, one thing was very clear, that we need to very quickly translate this relationship into transactions. And this is the forum basically which will inshallah translate this into the transactions. When we were in Kuala Lumpur, about 10 investors had a meeting with the Prime Minister. Board of Investment was in touch with each one of you in Malaysia and the counterparts here. I am very delighted, without naming, that actually 4 of them are sitting in this very room today, and another 7 of them visited in the past months to actually look to materialize the transactions. So this place, I'm sure the business leaders are not very fond of listening to speeches. So I would actually explain what this roundtable means to us. This is just basically to acknowledge your presence, introduce you to the Pakistani counterparts, and acknowledge the MOUs which have already been signed, which are in the process. That's where I got I got pleasant surprises, because on my LinkedIn account, people were writing that, by the way, I have also signed a deal with Malaysia. So that's wonderful, because what we are looking at is that business transactions are to be led by business leaders, not the government. Our job basically is to share information. The Prime Minister of Malaysia this morning highlighted very ably and very convincingly that we need to learn a lot more from each other. And that's where I'll take a little, so to speak, philosophical shift. The world is changing very rapidly, ladies and gentlemen. What we have been in the past of the colonial era and the post-colonial era looking at is that most of the knowledge has been produced in the West and translated towards the South and the East. I think the time have arrived. A number of people are in denial, but change is happening. Now there are multiple centers of economic gravity. There are multiple centers of power, and nations need to learn how do we get the best out of it. And the South-South learning is extremely critical. And I think the corridor with Malaysia, because lots of press reporters first asked me, how many $1 billion of contracts will be announced? We try and gauge a relationship in terms of billions of dollars. To underpin this relationship and to make it sustainable, it's extremely critical that we actually forge a knowledge partnership, because that will sustain when we learn from each other, that will sustain the business transactions. And in this particular case today, let me assure you that we will announce the MOUs when the Honorable Prime Ministers are here. These MOUs actually show the nature of the partnership. What Pakistan is looking at is we offer a huge market opportunity, not only in Pakistan, but inshallah, not too far away with the region. We are already connected to Western China, and we'll open up the other markets to South Asia and Southeast Asia. What Southeast Asia has is that you have developed very nice technology, managerial skills. So we are actually looking for a partnership which brings in managerial skills, which brings in technology, which enhances productivity in this country, and jointly we enter into an era of shared prosperity. So this is the direction, this is the shared thinking, this is the shared vision, which I would like to reiterate. And I'm once again delighted that, this is a step. Seeing is believing, and now we are actually moving towards. So today's ceremony, what we are doing is that we will have 4 eminent businessmen sharing our experiences with us today of this partnership in the first session. It's a warm-up session to the leaders when they come. Then we have a brief time slot for some comments or burning questions which are to be raised in front of the 2 heads of state. In the second session, we will not basically be making more speeches, just the heads of states will speak. And we have a little session for 3 to 5 comments or questions, very brief to them if so desired. The purpose here is, at the highest level, Pakistan's Prime Minister, all 5 foreign visits he has done, his prime objective is economic cooperation. He owns the agenda, he leads the agenda. We need to learn. I have the book of Dr. Mahathir Mohamad right in front of me, which says, A Doctor in the Room. And we are going to have the best doctor in the room in a few moments. So let me assure you that with that, we have the inspirational leadership. We have the wherewithal, but we got to be realistic. We need to work hard towards it, and we need to show the world that both countries are capable of doing a commercial transaction which is sustainable for the benefit of the both. Final words on Board of Investment. I think half of the people here have dealt with us. The faces are familiar. I would like to appreciate the hard work done by my team in Board of Investment. Could the people stand who have been working day and night here? Because I will not get the time. Secretary Saab, you should lead, because I will not get the time in front of the leaders. Where is Jamil Qureshi? I think the man who really did it has disappeared. Anyway, so he will come back. So what we have done is that Jamil Qureshi is here, the gentleman walking in. So he has not slept for 3 nights. But, So what I would like to say is that it was a commitment to do this wonderful gathering in a very short notice, and I'm very pleased that my team has done it. We are very closely working with the Malaysian Investment Development Authority on a knowledge partnership, and today the Prime Minister of both countries endorsed that unless and until we understand the rules of the game of each other, unless and understand we know that how the business norms are changing, and we need to learn and move into the fourth generation industrial revolution together, inshallah. So what we will do is that I will not take more. Board of Investment is there as your first contact, and we basically try our level best. Lots of people use the term single window. It has lots of doors, but all open in one room, and we try and facilitate your meetings. We try and facilitate, troubles, smoothen up the operations, and I think we have some live examples sitting in this very room where we made a humble contribution to resolve the issues of businessmen. Prime Minister himself is leading ease of doing business, agenda here. So we are very hopeful that Pakistan is open for business. Please come and invest with us for shared prosperity. With that, I once again extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much.
बाहमी ताल्लुकात को बाहमी तिजारत और सरमायाकारी में तब्दील करना चाहते हैं और इस मकसद के हुसूल के लिए ये बेहतरीन फोरम है। दोनों मुल्कों के दरमियान मुआहदों और मफाहमत की याददाश्तों पर होने वाले दस्तखत अहमियत के हामिल हैं। मलाइशिया के साथ वफूद की सतह पर बातचीत हुई, जिसका मकसद मलाइशियन सरमायाकारी को पाकिस्तान में मुतारिफ कराना है। पाकिस्तान में सरमायाकारी के वसी मौक़े मौजूद हैं। अब हकीकी मानों में तब्दीली का वक्त आ गया है। मलाइशिया और पाकिस्तान एक दूसरे के तजुर्बात से भरपूर फ़ायदा उठा सकते हैं।
Not so much views, but it contains views. Mr. Abdul Razak Daud, Advisor of Commerce, Textile Industries, Production Investment, Mr. Harun Sharif, Chairman of Board of Investment, thank you so much for the inspiring words. I think we are quite charged up already. Proton's partner, Mr. Al-Haj Shah G. Gul Afridi, Chairman of Al-Haj Automotive, esteemed members of both Malaysia's and Pakistan's ministries and agencies, as well as business delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, and good afternoon. Firstly, my deepest gratitude actually for being here and having both the Prime Ministers of Pakistan and Malaysia later to agree to witness this significant milestone of Proton in building a brand new automotive assembly plant by Al-Haj Automotive to assemble Proton vehicles in Pakistan. A bit of history. Proton started in the year 1983, and at that time many people thought it was a challenging idea, and this is Malaysians. We thought that it was a challenging idea. Malaysia was an agrarian economy. And we couldn't imagine to start something as complex as a full-blown engineering outfit in Malaysia to produce cars. It was a great vision of a man who was the Prime Minister then and later became Prime Minister again. Undoubtedly, the creation of Proton brought self-belief to the country and pushed our self-confidence to a new boundary. In the year 2017, Proton entered into a strategic partnership with a big giant from China, Geely Automotive, and now Proton has managed to show tremendous progress. Now, in terms of overseas market or export market, we have applied a different approach from what we had applied before, where we would like to be very selective to enter a market that is meaningful, not necessarily entering many countries, many number of countries. So this new strategy came with a vision to ensure that Proton can assist to create the value of the local country, value of economy in local country by building a full-blown CKD assembly plant. So this is not just distribution of vehicles. This is actually doing assembly. And later, our aspiration together with Al-Hajj is to do manufacturing. Now, why automobile has been created by Tun Dr. Mahathir? It's simple. 50% of world's oil's consumption and 50% of world's rubber consumption is due to automobile industry, manufacturing of cars. So therefore, I think there's a lot of benefit that will come from manufacturing of cars. Through Al-Hajj Automotive, our partner in Pakistan, the plan is to set up a assembly site in Karachi, expected to start producing cars by June 2020. This partnership brings multiplier effects in terms of investment, and for the first 3 years, the aim is to create 2,000 direct jobs. However, after we incorporate the whole entire value chain, not only assembly, but distribution, dealer networks, as well as the components manufacturers, we estimate that it will be 20,000 ancillary jobs that will be created here in Pakistan. But it is also our hope, I believe the Malaysian government's hope as well, that some of our Proton local Malaysian vendors can partner with local businesses here to enable them to expand their own business wherever Proton is present. So that is also important. So entering a new market is about partnership, it's about collaboration, it's also based on mutual trust. Therefore, we are proud and confident to have Al-Hajj Automotive, and I'm delighted to highlight that the Proton Saga model, the Malaysians here know, the Saga is an iconic model created in 1985, but it has continuously been updated and modernized for value for money sedan. So that will be the first model that will be introduced, but later we look into sending our CBUs into Pakistan. The latest CBU that we have in Malaysia that we just launched last December is a full internet car, comes with a SIM card. It can connect to the server on the sky, as well as voice command. So if you are very hot in your car, you just say, Proton, hi Proton, I'm hot. So the air conditioning immediately will go full blast, cold. This is serious, I'm not kidding. This is the voice command, Proton. So hopefully in the near future, we can bring that particular model into Pakistan market. So ladies and gentlemen, before I end, I just like to say that Malaysia remains the only Muslim nation with the ability to design, develop, build, and sell its own homemade cars together with a full-blown R&D center. And Proton is a full-fledged automotive OEM in Southeast Asia. It is a fact that was created by our father, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, and it is a fact that we are very proud of. So I would like to call upon Al-Hajj Automotive and Proton to show to the world that we are capable of creating engineering capabilities here and put Muslim nations on the road to success. Thank you, Mr. Al-Hajj Shah, for putting your trust in Proton. And thank you to everyone for coming.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request Mr. Hilal Khan Afridi, Chief Executive Officer, Al-Hajj, Pakistan, to share his views with the House today. Over to you.